friends. This is Cora, my rocker friend. Actually, a concert ticket just popped out of her pocket. No joke. Today, I am turning Cora into a pretty princess. Hooray! Or maybe a housewife. I don't even know what's going to happen. But if you want to see what she turns into, definitely watch to the end of the video. Are you excited?
I'm stoked.
Yay!
And a little nervous, but mostly stoked.
I did her makeup for the Emmys, so
she's familiar with this.
I'm familiar with the mug. Let's do this! So to start with, as always, I am using a foundation primer applied with a stipple brush, and I apply it evenly all over her entire face. And then after that, I'm going to apply her foundation, and I'm using a beauty blender for this foundation. And I'm actually doing a light application because I want some of her natural skin to show through, because I want her to appear youthful. So then I am using a under eye concealer to cover her lids and then also to cover her under eyes, and I am applying it in sort of an upside down triangle sort of shape just to brighten up her eyes and make everything look nice and young again. Then I am going to set that concealer with a nice translucent powder underneath her eyes, and then I am also going to set her whole face using a bigger powder brush. So now I am going to apply a very, very pink blush to the apples of her cheeks. I want this to be very different than how she looked before. So I'm just going to evenly apply it, make it look like a nice natural flush. And then I'm going to use this light eyeshadow in the corners of the eyes and in the eyebrow arch, just like usual, except this is not a white, it is a cream color because I don't want it to be so stark white on this look. I want it to be much softer. So then in the creases, I am using a sort of taupe beigey color, and I'm actually only doing it in the crease, and then I'm winging it way out towards the eyebrow because I'm trying to do a little bit more of a 60s look with this makeup today. And then once I do that lighter eyeshadow, then I'm going in with a darker eyeshadow, and I'm just going into the crease just to cut the crease, and this is going to give it more of that 60s look, but I am still keeping it really, really soft because I don't want it to turn into a smoky eye or anything too dramatic. And now the brows. I am just doing a sort of natural medium arched brow, nothing too vintagey, nothing too dramatic. I just want it to look nice and natural and normal because the focus is going to be more on the liner and the lashes than on the brows. Cora has small eyes, so I usually do really thin eyeliner in her, but because we're doing a 60s look, I'm doing much thicker liner today. I'm not making the wing too huge because she has small eyes, you won't see it, but I'm making the thickness of the liner much thicker. Then I'm going to add some mascara on her lashes before I put on some fakes, and I just am doing some really fluffy, full winged lashes to give that sort of 60s vibe. So once I start the hair, I'm just going to tease all of the hair from her bang line back along the crown, if that makes sense. And I just am teasing in small sections so that it gets a good full tease. She has very fine hair, so I want to do really small sections. And I also want to do a hair mustache because that's what I do. Anyways, so back to teasing the hair. I'm still going down the back of the hair. And then once you have everything teased, you want to make sure you sort of even it all out so you don't have clumps of tease. And I'm just doing that by running my fingers through these tease patches, but make sure you don't actually pull it out. Then I'm going to go over with a smoothing comb and just make sure that nothing looks ratty or fuzzy. Just smooth it all out. You can do this with wax on your hands too. I did put a little bit on my hands before I filmed this. You just can't see. And then I'm going to twist the ponytail on the side, and then I'm just going to put a couple of pins in where I've twisted. So you're not actually tying a ponytail. It actually looks more finished when you pin it instead of putting a ponytail holder in there. So now I'm just going to smooth her bangs behind her ear and give the front a little bit of a spray just so the bangs sort of stay down on her forehead without wandering around too much. And then I'm going to curl her hair, and I'm just using an inch curling iron. And her hair, like I said, is very fine, so I'm just doing 2 sections. But do be sure that you pin the sections so that the curls really stay in there. And while those are cooling, I'm just going to do some final smoothing and just make sure that her bangs are arranged how I want them and make sure that they're pinned in there so that they stay. And then I'm going to take the curls out of the pins, and then I'm actually going to give them a little bit of a tease so that it creates this sort of coiffed little curly ponytail, and the ponytail won't go anywhere. So I am finished. This was Cora's before look, her super sassy rocker chic look beforehand. All leather and straight hair and smoky eyes. She's ready to go to a rock and roll show. But not anymore. Dun, dun, dun. Here's my little good girl Cora and her little 60s ensemble with her little beehive side ponytail and her natural 60s makeup. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more style swaps. See you next time.